Yeah.
So before internet, you could people would make entire careers off of things like sawing a lady in half, or the teleportation where you have somebody like inside of a trunk and somebody else standing on top of a trunk, and then those two people would trade places. Like as a magic trick, there's another act called tip over trunk. All these things are like old magic tricks that have been around for hundreds of years, and people have the secrets have been guarded.
Yeah.
And people have been able to make livings off of these stunts, for years. And now the internet, YouTube, and information has become so accessible by the mass public, and the mass public has gobbled up everything that was historic, everything that's been guarded for years, and the people are now insatiable for new information.
But isn't that true only if they're interested in circus tricks to begin with, so that they're
interested in everything?
Yeah.
Anything and everything that's interested. But I get your point, though. Like, yeah, it takes somebody who's interested in the circus tricks to actually know what information is accessible out there more easily.
How was your makeup?
Yeah, I can see your point. Like, a lot of people still are in the dark, and you can still keep your secrets, and the secrets are still guarded, but they're much more easy for things to be seen. You know what I mean? As soon as there's like anything great, it seems like the mass public gobbles it up, enjoys it, and then
is that enjoyment a good
thing?
Like
and then moves to the next thing. Everybody is constantly looking towards the future for the next best thing, rather than letting something that's good have a more slow brewing effect, where they can slowly be discovered over a lifetime. It's like discovered by the entire nation or world within an instant. Plagiarize like crazy, run around the corner and back, and then cast aside with hopes of finding the next best thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's great for people that want to find amazing massive amounts of attention. Because it's turning people from rags to riches left and right, but it doesn't last. You know what I mean? It just like you find this little girl who can sing opera at age 6, and she's like the next thing, everybody loves her, and then all of a sudden, next month, nobody's ever even heard of her before. So this girl could
what would her career have looked like otherwise, though?
It would look more like Michael Jackson. You know what I mean? Like Michael Jackson was someone that people heard about. Like, he's really good.
But that was because. But think about it.
Blooms a little bit more. Blooms a little more. You can't take a flower and go like this. You're a grown up. And you gotta be give it like 30 years to bloom into something beautiful.
But there's much fewer people on stage when you do that.
What do you mean?
Well, when we're say we take Michael Jackson and we're watching Michael Jackson's career unfold, what is occurring is that our attention is diverted. There's a finite amount of attention that we can devote to any particular issue. And when we're watching Michael Jackson's career unfold, what we're actually not seeing is all the other people that are around Michael Jackson, or all the other people who who are also talented, because we've devoted our focus to one artist.
And there's a word for that.
What's that?
I was just reading it. I think it was in the book that I'm giving you. It's a word called exformation, which is related to information. And exformation is the input that's come in and then been discarded. So all you're left with is, but it had an effect. All this, it only becomes exformation. All this information comes in, consultants, specialists devoted to you as an artist or whatever, and then they leave, and that's exformation. There's a quantity of you can quantify that as much as you can quantify anything else. And so it's when you look at the Coca-Cola brand, for example, it's very simple.
Yeah.
The amount of exformation it contains is massive.
That the Coca-Cola brand contains.
Yes.
That's because the Coca-Cola brand has had incredible amounts of time and energy devoted into the creation of an idea, which is the brand.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's why it's brought in, and then most of it is discarded. There might be little tweaks that are put into that iconoclastic symbol over the years.
Yeah.
Masses of information has gone into its sustenance, hasn't really
It was
affected it
crazy.
much. It's exformation. I'm like, oh, that's interesting because
But the exformation has a cultural legacy, doesn't it? It's not simply discarded.
it has a cultural legacy. Yeah, it's
It's
still living
retained in
inside it's contained in its own relationship-based way with the thing that no longer contains it.